What's up, YouTube? Hanging out here on Twitch and trying to discuss the potential of a team getting picked up. You guys know what I'm talking about. On February 11th, I put out a YouTube video in regards to the team LAWL. There were some things that went down, talking about how a person who is not so good got involved with some crypto things, wasn't paying his employees, and when he did pay them, it was with PayPal and just a lot of ugliness. That person's now like giving away Teslas and stuff and still continuing to be a not good human. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, link to that video down below in the description. But the former LAWL team, now erased, has been hinting at a new organization coming through, and it seems like we've had a bit of development. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, Sadness, I talked about this in a roster video just a few days ago, put out an image of saying like, hey, contract, it's official, we're signed, things are excited. And we saw a lot of rumors about who it might be. Big South American organization like MIBR of interest and everything else. But we haven't really been exactly sure on who it might necessarily be until today. Now, we've been seeing some developments about a certain team by the name of Team Secret. Team Secret, if you guys do not know, and their history, has been in Rocket League before. And this kind of happens quite a bit in the RLCS scene, where there is a lot of teams that wait for like an opportune moment. And understand that this team is very sought after. They're the #1 team in South America right now. They have the most points. They're in a really good position to go to the major. And there's no organization, which means there's no buyout. I don't have to pay money to transfer them from one team to another. I don't have to do anything for like contract stuff. All I need to do is go in with an appropriate evaluation and say, hey, we think you guys are worth this much a month. And newsflash, like, South America teams don't get paid as much as North America and Europe. It just doesn't happen. They don't have the same amount of marketing. They don't have the same amount of eyes. Although it's getting better, you can invest and get some of these teams relatively cheap. Unless they're one of the unique ones like True Neutral. Complexity brings them over to Dallas, which is changing as well too. So there is conversation surrounding this erased team because the results are pretty dang good. To put it in perspective, for those that do not know, erased currently, if we look at South America results, and I'm trying to pull them up real quick for y'all. Right now, Erased has 351 points. They have won an event and 300 points in Regional 2, which means they have won and taken second place. That is equivalent to like NRG or Team Queso, if you want some equivalency to how well they're playing. The thing about South America, though, is there's only 2 positions and 2 teams that go. Because of that, with Erased playing well and everything else, there is still chance that, because the tiebreaker scenarios, if Era, Furia both do well, they move forward, they could get bumped out. There is potential for that to happen. So keep that in mind. But you've got a team that is the #1 in their region currently, that is playing extremely well after their changes. Despite having their situation with their organization, they are available to be picked up. To be the best team in a minor region that was essentially a game or 2 away from making top 8 at the major, not a bad deal. Not having to spend tens of thousands of dollars to buy them out. Pretty sick. So, Team Secret has not had the greatest success when it comes to Rocket League. When they came in RLCS Season 4, they are one of the worst performing teams of all time. Not to put you on blast, Tylacto. Shout out to Tylacto. We got to give him a little bit of a ribbing and a little bit of joshing over in Ukraine when we got to hang out. He's also very tall. But they went 0-7. They have like an 18% win rate. It's not good. Like it's really bad. So that's how they started back in Season 4. Through there, they then came in and tried to play and compete over various teams. They've gone through different iterations. They've had a bunch of different rosters. All the way back in 2017, they picked up the original Air Reality team. In 2018, Continuum left. They brought in Tigre with Team Secret. He left to join Mouse. Then they brought in Freaky. Then Tylacto left. Then they brought in Flame. It's been a rotation of players over the years. Continuum, Tylacto, Flame is the OG. Then it was Tylacto, Flame, and Freaky. And then Flame and Freaky left. So they've gone through like 3 iterations, but it starts all the way back in Season 4. And they haven't really had a successful team since. It's been a really long time. So there has been talks because of Team Secret tweeting out Tudobem with the Brazilian flag. Erased is an all-Brazilian team, and most people would normally not pay attention to this, but it's all the replies to the tweet. Shad, AJG, everybody tagging the players, being like, oh my god, it's happening, all these things. And you hope for a team like Team Secret, for those that don't know how they're formed, they're kind of like Semper and the former Top Blokes team, where they have org backing, but it's controlled and owned basically by the players themselves. It gives them a lot of freedom. Team Secret's probably most prolific in Dota 2, for those that don't know. So you're talking a low investment for a kind of self-founded organization to get involved with a team that has no buyout, minimal investment, and a chance to go to the major. Pretty significant chance to go to the major. I don't know about you guys, but that sounds pretty good. Chad, what do you guys think about it? Do you think that might possibly be a thing that happens? Because as of right now, I look at a race and I'm like, you're probably the most pristine opportunity. And we saw how it worked out for Kansas City Pioneers. Kansas City Pioneers basically imploded, said, hey, our team's not doing anything. Let's go pick up one of the good teams in OCE or like a different region. For Kidden and OCE was a very prolific team that was playing upset. Like it was always Renegades and Ground Zero over in OCE. And then all of a sudden for Kidden, Direwolf, and all these other teams keep popping up, and like Kansas City Pioneers is like, wait, Wondermike, Mektos, and Krasix ain't doing much. Why don't we just go pick the other team that's going to the major? And they did. So like Kansas City Pioneers, they go pick up a team for like super low investment. And then for Kidden comes in and is just like, yeah, we're going to the land. We'll see you there. Deuces. So I'm not surprised if Team Secret does the same thing. I think it's a little bit crazier, obviously, with KCP, because they were an NA organization and then jump ship immediately. But Team Secret, a possible chance, a pretty good chance, I would say, for them to pick up Erased. I don't think it's a bad idea. I am interested to see. So Tudobem in, and I'm probably pronouncing that super wrong, Tudobem in Portuguese is all good. So they're saying all good with a question mark and then Brazilian flag. Maybe it's a thing. Maybe it's not. Curious on what you guys think. Do you guys feel, and gals, do you all feel that Team Secret picking up the Erase squad? Everybody in chat just spamming all good now. I personally think there's like 3 or 4 organizations that are potential for them. You could either have like a one way out of the, like, I don't think it'll be like a Cloud9 or anything like that, or like a TSM. They want a team that realistically has a chance to be like top 4 in the world. They want a team that is going to be a world beater. And we don't have the results from Sam, OCE, or whatever to justify that. I just don't think that's going to be a thing. Not now. Probably not for a little bit. Still got to do some development. But they are getting better. So I think you take those out. I think Moist Esports is potential. Obviously, they picked up Rizzo instead. Shoutouts to Charlie picking up Rizzo. I think he's a good fit there. But they are looking for a team. At one point, they were looking at True Neutral. But I think Moist Esports probably wants a North American team. So there's that. So I think they're probably out. I think Team Secret's obviously a possibility. And then I do think there is a possibility of like a big South American organization like MIBR or something like that, if they are looking. Team Secret has familiarity, has been in this system before. I'm curious on what's going to happen, chat. Team Secret possibly joining back in the RLCS. I would be interested to see if that ends up happening. But I think Erased right now, especially with what they've been through, with the whole Noble situation and everything else, I think they deserve to find a home that can support them for a long-term thing. And their results are deserving of it. I think they've definitely earned their place as a team that should be supported. So their situation is not a fun one. I'm sure it's frustrating, but they've been busting their butts in hopes of finding a new home. And I do think it's likely that it could be Team Secret. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys feel that Team Secret is going to be the new home for Erased and possibly be making a easy swipe up so they get that notoriety going to the major? Let me know in the comments down below. Let me know who you think is going to pick them up. Let me know who you would hope picks them up. Preferably like a realistic pickup. You know, like everybody's going to be like Cloud9, TSM, 100 Thieves, blah, blah, blah. But like realistically, I don't think any of those are going to pick them up. So let me know what you guys think. Is there other South American orgs that I don't know about? Because I obviously am not too informed on the South American scene for esports, just because it's hard to watch something that I don't understand because it's all in not a language I speak. But I do think Team Secret, based upon the stuff that we're seeing, is pretty good potential. Hopefully it happens. You would love to see Erased get represented and actually paid. But that is going to do it for today's video. Just trying to keep you guys up to date on the whole Team Secret Erased Noble situation. Hopefully this ends up moving forward. But again, yeah, that's the best advice I can give from Thunderstorm. Don't use PayPal. Probably a good idea. Either way, it's going to do it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed the content, thumbs up, subscribe, notifications. Pushed all those words together in true Midwestern dialect. Said it way too fast. Thumbs up, subscribe, turn on notifications. We'll see you in the next one. Bye, YouTube.